Hi, my name is Leah Seaman. I am the owner and founder of Artabella LLC. I've been a part-time artist for the past 8 years, and in the past year, thanks to the support and funding of the PioBiz competition, I was able to realize my dream of becoming a full-time artist and owning a small business. I have been a Marietta College for almost 4 years now. I'm a double major in communication studies and studio art with a minor in leadership studies, so absolutely nothing to do with business or entrepreneurship. But when I first heard about the PioBiz competition, I had no clue it was something for me. Jackie Coruscani actually came to one of my exhibits, and she walked up to me and she said, "Do you realize that this is the potential for a small business?" And I said, "No." And about 1.5 years later, here I am with the funding I need to start my own business upon graduation. And so I'm pretty excited about it. When I started at Marietta, I had no clue what I was going to do with my future. I came in as an undecided student who swore till the day I died that I would never work in a corporation or a desk job or anything like that because I get very restless very easily. But I still had no clue what career path was right for me. And so I took a lot of classes and I jumped around a lot. My sophomore year, I had the opportunity to study abroad in Florence, Italy. And it was there that I rediscovered my passion for the arts, my love of creating, of seeing beautiful things, of making beautiful things and sharing that with people. And I returned back to America completely on fire for art, but having no clue what I was going to do and where I was going to channel that. And it was that exact moment when I was sharing my work from Italy that Jackie Coruscani came and approached me and changed the direction of my life. I had to work really, really hard to prepare for the PioBiz competition. As I said earlier, I was not in business, I was not in entrepreneurship. I had absolutely no clue what any of the terminology meant. Still don't know sometimes. And so I had to work extremely hard to put together a business plan, to figure out the terminology, to make it sound like I actually knew what I was doing. But the wonderful thing about both the entrepreneurship program and about Marietta College is that I was provided with the resources, the workshops, and the mentors that I needed to help me succeed. I had people walk along with me throughout the entire journey, read my 50-page business plan over and over again. I had the chance to take a business class over the summer with Dr. Langford that was extremely helpful. And with the support and the mentorship that was provided to me by the college and by the entrepreneurship program, I was ready and prepared for the competition in the fall of 2020, I believe it was. But I was still super nervous because I was worried that the judges were going to see that I wasn't a business or entrepreneurship major. And so I was prepping and working and practicing almost every day. I probably drove my family and friends nuts with how many times I talked about it and practiced my speech. My father was extra amazing with his help and support during this entire process. He listened to my speech, I think, 20 times while I was practicing it and honing it down and fine-tuning what I was going to say. And then the day of the competition, my family all called me and just wished me good luck. And I was super nervous and terrified, but Dr. Langford provided me a space where I could present. And when the time came for me to show my work and to share my art, I felt confident knowing that even if I didn't win the PioBiz competition, I was still going to pursue this career path full-time because of the support that I had gathered and gotten throughout the entire year previously in preparing for the competition. When I won, I was a little bit shocked, not going to lie, and I had all of these ideas and all these things that I was going to spend the money on and use to establish myself and set myself up for success upon graduation. Thanks to the funding from the PioBiz competition, I was able to purchase an iPad and start to digitize my work. I'm beginning to work on a children's book illustration. I'm starting to take illustration classes and really expand my work into a lot of different avenues, including selling posters and prints and doing all sorts of really fun things. So what I have in my hand is one of the pieces that started all of this. Jackie Coruscani came to one of my exhibits and saw a jean jacket that I had painted, and this was the first item that she helped me realize I could turn into a potential business. And so when I first entered PioBiz, I entered it as a company that planned on creating painted jean jackets, pants, you name it, I could paint it. It was over the summer when I realized, wait, I don't want to only do painted clothing, and is when I expanded my business to encompass all the different kinds of work that I do. This jean jacket was especially fun for me to do as it's depicting one of my favorite ceiling murals from Florence, Italy. I saw this and I completely fell in love with it and knew that I had to turn it into a jean jacket. And it took me an ungodly amount of time to paint it, but I'm so thrilled with how it turned out. This is something that I want to continue to do in my work in the future, taking commissions to paint jean jackets and just kind of produce some of my own lines, specifically drawing from Renaissance art because I think it looks like such an awesome piece on the back of a jacket, and I'm so excited to wear this out in public. So the series you see behind me is an example of some of the work that I've been doing this past year. As a senior, we have to produce a senior capstone series, which is a collective body of work that follows a cohesive theme, which we then display and submit to the senior gallery at the end of the year. I was extremely honored to find out that this capstone series was awarded the most outstanding capstone of this year's studio art class. I was incredibly grateful for the chance to be able to talk more about my work. The entire theme of this series refers to the whitewashing of my faith as a Christian in this country. So now I am about a week and a half away from graduating. I am absolutely terrified because I seem to have the audacity to think I can paint pretty pictures for a living. But I am not nearly as terrified and stressed out as I would have been if the PioBiz competition hadn't come into my life and hadn't motivated me to get the knowledge and the skills that I needed to become a small business owner. I'm extremely excited to put to practice what I've learned this past year and a half. I'm extremely excited to try this whole artist thing and see how it goes, to possibly become an example for other young women in my hometown and in West Virginia. And so I'm really excited about it. I have a lot of murals set up that I want to go into. So just lots of opportunities are coming down, and I'm honestly ready to graduate. I'm ready to go into this full time and see where the entire path takes me.